Problems Miami is facing right now. Miami is now experiencing a resurgence. Due to the widespread relocation of financial businesses to Florida, the city has been called the Wall Street of the South. The relaxed COVID regulations in the midst of the epidemic, the warmer climate, and the reduced taxes have all attracted people from all over the world. Its rapid growth and noticeable development throughout the years are also some of the factors that put the city among the top-ranked cities in the world. However, there are tangible consequences in this seemingly advantageous influx of people and infrastructures that quite possibly threatens the city and people within its premises. You are watching HCL World. In today's video, we will be discussing the problems and the contributing factors the city of Miami, or the Magic City, is facing at present time. Let us take a look at its soaring highs and uncover what lies beneath. Known as the Magic City, Miami is known for its explosive development, which is incredibly and easily noticed by visitors as it remarkably grows consistently year after year. There are now 9 extremely tall skyscrapers in the works, with the first having already started construction. Outside of New York, these structures will be the highest on the U.S. East Coast. However, many residents are being driven deeper into the suburbs because of increasing rents. Miami is situated directly on the coast, and it is in the midst of a boom in skyscraper construction. This is all occurring against the backdrop of climate change, wherein its effects are being drastically felt. Others cannot help but question if the city would still exist in a few decades. So how is Miami attempting to build the next megacity in America when its very existence is in jeopardy? Miami is now known as Wall Street South because of the types of businesses that are moving there in great numbers. These are no longer small businesses with a few offices scattered here and there. Basically, it's expressing a desire to establish that location as the main base, if not the headquarters. In a decade, Miami, according to experts, could overtake Silicon Valley and London as major players in the tech and financial sectors. Regardless of sea level rise, Miami is currently benefiting from its transformation into the Wall Street of the South, with the construction sector at the leading edge of its new identity. It always had a good aesthetic. For a very long time, people have been steadily moving in because of the area's warmer climate, outdoor lifestyle, and lower taxes. However, the pandemic hastened this. Since the pandemic, or roughly 2.5 years ago, Miami has essentially become a magnet for the wealthy in the tech, finance, and startup industries. In 2020, the number of people purchasing lockdown retreats from other states increased as a result of the domestic restrictions. Additionally, there has been a surge in office leasing from well-known corporations like Microsoft and Amazon. Also, Florida experienced the second largest population growth in the nation in 2021. As a result of this growth, more business opportunities are produced. Smaller businesses that had never considered Miami before have flocked to the city to work with larger businesses once the big firms have established themselves. A 317-meter towering skyscraper, which is scheduled to break ground in 2023, will rise to become the state's tallest office structure. One Brickell City Center will have the largest floor plates for a Class A office tower in Miami and 148,000 square meters of office space. However, given that the proposed One Bayfront Plaza will be 320 meters tall, its reign as the tallest office building in the state might not last for very long. Large-scale luxury residential developments are springing up all over the skyline to match this collection of office buildings. Apart from this, a 319-meter skyscraper with 259 condos spread across 82 stories is being considered for 888 Brickell Avenue. The city's newly constructed, extremely tall skyscrapers also include the city's crown jewel, the hotel and apartments at the Waldorf Astoria. The Waldorf, which is shaped like a stack of enormous glass boxes rising 100 stories high, will have 360 private residential condo units in addition to 205 hotel rooms and suites. Ballrooms and a restaurant will also be present. Its construction has already started. There is unparalleled large-scale construction taking place everywhere you turn. New enterprises are being invested in, which should help the local economy grow. For the natives, it has a bit of a two-sided blade. The city is currently seeing unprecedented rent increases. In the past year, they have increased by 45.8%. Miami now holds the distinction of being the city with the largest rent rise in the whole nation as a result. Renters in this area spend close to 60% of their income on housing. Locals are being pushed ever further outside as a result, which is clogging up the roadways and expanding the outer suburbs. It is a worldwide phenomenon that is seen in all major cities. Miami is going through some growing pains and issues as it expands to become a significant global city. Is all of this development and expansion ultimately short-sighted? How will the city appear by the close of the century or even in a few short years? Well, according to a study conducted by the Florida Climate Outlook, an independent research organization, Miami might not exist by the year 2100 and might cease to exist much sooner. By 2060, sea levels might increase by 79 centimeters, and this increase is occurring at a fast pace. According to recent research, Miami Beach, Key West's higher and lower keys may soon be underwater. Miami is investing $4 billion over the next 40 years to develop new sea barriers, raised roadways, better capacity pumps, and drainage systems to reduce floods in an effort to ensure its survival in 50 years. Even so, it might not be sufficient. Some regions will need to implement a controlled withdrawal plan. These regions will become unaffordable to preserve in 20 years and will have to be abandoned. Florida, being the flattest state in the country, is twice more vulnerable to these destructive megastorms than any other state due to its location at the end of the Atlantic Ocean's Hurricane Alley. Cyclones alone caused an estimated $265 billion in damage to the state in 2017. It will only get more expensive to stay there as storms multiply and become deadlier. These elements have inspired the creation of a new phrase for the real estate market in Florida: climate gentrification. The expression, which first gained currency in a Harvard study of Miami home prices in 2018, describes a sharp spike in the value of high land around the city. Little Haiti's median property price in 2012 was $99,600, barely 38% of Miami Beach. It is at $414,000 now, just a little bit more expensive than in Miami Beach. This is because Little Haiti is higher than Miami Beach, which is lower by 2.1 meters above sea level. The additional 90 centimeters are soon being converted to money. These communities in the more elevated area are generally black, in the working class, and impoverished. The local population is currently being evicted to make way for massive, opulent construction projects like Little Haiti's Magic City Innovation District, a 6-acre land worth $1 billion that was unheard of in the region just a few years ago. Yet now it is the standard. Miami is undoubtedly a city that is flourishing. A surge in development has resulted in super tall skyscrapers that are unseen on the East Coast outside of New York, as well as record-breaking construction and enhancements. But despite all this, it faces ultimate problems caused by these very developments that threaten the status of its citizens and the city in general. Besides that, it has also been designated as the American climate crisis frontline. It will be one of the cities that will be most severely impacted by the increasing number of hurricanes and rising seas. In the middle of its major beautifications, there are flaws and faults that are slowly revealing themselves. And there might even be more left to uncover. How the city will defend itself against the impending future is yet unknown. But as of now, it must be developed such that it can withstand the approaching storm. What do you think of the city's condition? Could it possibly overcome these problems and continue to flourish in the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this video interesting and thought-provoking, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to see more from us. Also, tap the notification bell to receive timely updates. This has been HTL World, providing you with insight and perspective into the beautiful and realistic world. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.